brillaban toditita mi esperanza. En mi memoria le traigo noche y día, porque de amarte mi alma no se cansa. Pero ay, qué lindo es tener un amorcito para quererlo como te quiero yo. Bendito Dios que al fin me ha concedido darme la dicha de amarte con perdón. Pero ay, qué lindo es tener un amorcito para quererlo como te quiero yo. Bendito Dios que al fin me ha concedido darme la dicha de amarte con perdón.
Wacky Wednesday.
It's Wacky Wednesday con el bumper. It's Wacky Wednesday con el bumper.
Unfiltered. The real deal. No pre-planning. No chingaderas. Straight up from the bill.
Wacky Wednesday.
B-Town's very own.
It's Wacky Wednesday con el bumper. It's
Here's your
Wacky
host,
Wednesday
Bumper
con el
Gomez.
bumper.
Here's your host, Bumper Gomez.
And we're live. Welcome to another episode of Bumper's Wacky Wednesday. We're here in the Wacky Wednesday studio, as I like to call it. It's my house, but I like to call it the Wacky Wednesday studio. It just sounds a lot cooler, man. Well, we had a bump in the road this week, but it's all good. It's all good. I celebrated my birthday on Saturday, and I went down to Beeville, my hometown, and we had a dinner.
Trojans.
Hey, that's it. We had the Beeville. Shout out to the Beeville
That's
Trojans. So we went down there for dinner, and we were coming back, man. And I was in between Carn City and Falls City, or Carn City and Poth. I put I right there. 181 on Hobson, man. There was a Catholic church right there in the middle. I can't even think of the name of it. Well, I hit a hog.
Oh, yep.
I hit a hog with my car, and it was just a long night. It was a long night for my birthday, but that's a little bump in the road. Stuff happens. That's what happens when you live down here in South Texas, and you're traveling those country roads at the odd hours of the night. But welcome to the show. If you're just joining us, my name is Bumper Gomez. If you're joining on behalf of my guest tonight, as you guys saw, right, Mr. Cris Medina. Cris, welcome to the show, bro.
Thank you, Bumper. Thank you for having me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm super pumped, super excited to be here. Thanks so much.
Dude. So let me give you the backstory on Cris Medina and Bumper Gomez and how this all came. There's two reasons this came to, man. One of them is a great man, dude. I don't think I told you this part. And I belong to St. Paul Catholic Church, there on the west side of San Antonio. Even though I don't live nowhere near there, that's still my parish. And with that being said, one of the guys there, Tony, he's been such a down to earth guy since I got to the parish and became part of that family there. And he watches the show. You know, he might not watch all of them, but he watches the show. He knows what I do. And he sent me an email, or he sent me, I think it was on Messenger. He sent me a message. He's like, "Hey, bro, you got to check this guy out." I said, "Yeah, Tony, what guy, bro?" He goes, "No, just check this guy out." And it was funny because he sent me your name and stuff, right? And then a week later or so, I was doing Frito Pie Friday, and your name came up on the email like songs. You know what I'm saying? So if you've never seen a Frito Pie Friday is the reason Cris Medina's sitting right here in the studio. So Frito Pie Friday is like, you know, artists, and not just new artists, it's artists that have been around grinding, whatever, but maybe their just music is not as popular. It hasn't been, you know what I'm saying? It's not being played where you know who they are and the names of their songs. So I started doing the Frito Pie Friday, playing that kind of music. And matter of fact, Friday, before I even knew Cris was coming to the show this week, I played a song twice because the people were like, "Yo, you got to play that song again." And lo and behold, here he is, Wednesday, the Wednesday after that last Friday, and you're here in the studio, bro.
Man, thank you so much. I was listening last Friday, like you mentioned, and I was floored that you played the song twice. And I kid you not, the music that you were playing last Friday, I listened to the show. The songs were just killing, man. They were just awesome.
There was Luis A.G., Sonia de la Paz. I mean, dude, there is artists out there, guys. If you've never seen a Frito Pie Friday, whenever you see Bumper come up with a Frito Pie Friday, you got to watch it. You got to watch. It's really cool. The artists are in the chat room, talking to one another, talking to each other about their songs. And sometimes you hear songs that, matter of fact, I'm going to throw this out there. Your peeps might get mad, but it's all good. Jordan Rodriguez gave me his song like 3 weeks ago, I think. I think I played it. I've been playing it, and it's not even gonna get released till Friday. But we've been playing. He's like, "Yeah, play it." So yeah, man. It's see, they're already saying, "Cris, move your mic close." Okay. Mike, you're gonna have to scoot this way and sit comfortably. Yeah. There you. And then, how about that, Roger? Is that better?
Better.
Or we'll pick it up right in front of us. And so I told him that mic is a pain in the butt, but you know it's my fault. It's not. Don't get mad at Cris, man. But again, guys, welcome to the show, man. The show is as live as you can see it. You know what I mean? And I love this guy's story, and I think you guys are gonna love his story as well. We have a lot in common, to be honest with you. One being the military. You know, do you call yourself a veteran now?
Yeah, so I do, because I was prior enlisted. So I got my DD-214 from the Air Force when I was an enlisted member. And then I got commissioned in the Navy, spent 2 years in the Navy, and then I transferred my commission back to the Air Force because
Este vato used the Department of the Navy to get his stuff.
Man. I transferred my commission because the Air Force is so prominent here in San Antonio, and this is my hometown. And so I do consider myself a veteran. I joined not too long after 9/11. I felt like I needed to be. So you did join the military after 9/11. And you know what, man, I tell people this all the time, especially young, you know, I consider young now, right? But if you join the military, I don't care what service it is, you join the military after 9/11, you knew what you were signing up for. I mean, you ultimately know what could be the end state, right? And you know where you were going. Whether you got there in a year, 2 years, 3 years, you were going to go sometime. And just being that kind of person that you would go and sign up. Again, you're actually signing a check. How do they say that you're signing a check with no amount? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The amount could be your life. You know what I'm saying? So I have a lot of respect for young veterans who went and raised their hand to serve our wonderful country after 9/11. It just says a lot about the person's character. So, I was a 90s guy, man.
I kind of joined just to get the hell out of Beeville, Texas, and see what the world had to offer. And I stuck around. It was a cool gig. I stuck around for a little over 20 years, and retired. And I got to see. You get to see the world, right? You know what I mean? But a lot of people, we like to, I'm gonna grind him all night. He's in the Air Force. You know what I'm saying? He knows what comes with that. You know what I'm saying? If you're in the Air Force, the inter-service rivalries are just, they're funny as hell, man, for sure.
For sure.
So, shout out again to Tony. Shout out to Salvador. Shout out to Roger Aguilar. Vert Ibarra, what's up, brother? Yeah, all right, hell yeah. So I'm gonna
everyone.
Vert is they have a group called Grupo Completo, and they're out of Southern Florida. Hopefully they'll get to come down for fanfare. I'll get to hang out with them for a little bit. I think that's what he's throwing up the horns for. Maybe they're making their way here. But Chris, so how in the hell does a Air Force enlistee, Navy commissioned officer, now Air Force officer, end up with a guitar and in a band with an accordion? That's the question, bro.
That's a good question. I was talking to my wife earlier, and I want to shout out to my wife and our two boys. I was talking about how I got into music, and it was at the church. I grew up, my parents would take us to church on Sunday, and I gravitated towards the choir and the music, especially the guitar, and that's how I learned to play. My dad bought me my first guitar when I was 14, and I remember Southside Music. If folks from the South Side remember Southside Music in San Antonio, my dad bought me my first guitar and amplifier, and I started learning. I learned pretty much on my own. Just bought a chord book and just started learning how to play, and got into the church choir. And
can you read
playing
music? There he goes. Add him to the list. Add him to the rest of the artists.
I can read a little bit.
Hell no.
I played in the band in high school, so a little bit, but for the most part, a lot of it is
you just chords, right?
You just go chords.
Chords, yeah. I dabbled on the guitar for a little while.
Yeah.
I actually got pretty decent. And then I had some stuff happen, and I couldn't use my left hand anymore. I have no feeling in my left hand, so it's kind of hard, and my fingers don't move the way they're supposed to. So there's like maybe 3 chords that I can hold. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I just kind of play around with them every now and then. I do miss playing them because, dude, it's very relaxing.
Yeah.
I don't know if some of you've never picked up a guitar. You probably sound like shit, but it's cool. I mean, I had the best guy teach me. It's the cheapest instructor out there. The guy is phenomenal. He is awake 365 days a year, 24 hours a day, and we used to call him Professor. You know the Professor. Mm-hmm. His name is Professor YouTube. Professor YouTube. So YouTube, man, YouTube teaches us all. They showed me the chords, how, you know what I'm saying, strumming patterns, all that stuff. So, that's what I went with, and I got pretty good. Had a pretty decent sound. Can't sing for shit, but play a little bit of the guitar. So 14, man, you pick up the guitar, and was Tejano the first thing that you gravitated to as far as a musician?
As a musician, that's a great question. I think the first thing I gravitated towards as a musician was probably country music. Gravitated towards country. But I had
when you say, Chris, you can't just say the word country no more, bro. You have to be right there. There's the old traditional country that you probably grew up with, like George Strait, Garth Brooks, that kind of deal. There's the classic country, I don't know, Conway Twitty, all those kind of guys are real
Waylon,
swangy. Waylon Jennings, like, George Jones. And then you have Texas country, you have this new modern country. Yeah. So what'd you gravitate to?
So I probably gravitated towards, at that time, probably some George Strait. George Strait.
That's the man, dude.
Yeah.
You cannot.
you cannot be not a fan of George Strait, dude. That dude is you know what? I tell people all the time when we talk about George Strait, to me, he's like a Vicente Fernandez. And the reason I say that is because he's got a song for everything. He's got a song for everything. Heartbreak, you know, I'm Gonna Leave You. Just typical country stuff. George Strait covers it all. You know, no matter what you're feeling, there's a song that he covers it. So, you know, I could see you gravitating to George Strait. So do you play a lot of George Strait covers?
We'll do some covers of George. Yeah, you can't go wrong when you do.
What's your favorite? What's your favorite George Strait?
Oh man, you know, back in the day, Ram Herrera did a really good cover of The Chair. That was a good cover, and I'm a big fan of the Tejanos that have done country music. Emilio, Ram, David Lee, Jay Perez, all those guys. Kudos to them for stepping outside that comfort zone in that box. And Shelly Lares. As well.
Hell
you know,
yeah!
Just doing some good country music because it's there's an affinity here,
dude. What people don't get, I get from out of state. I wouldn't say from out of state. I just, if you don't live in the area, you know, Chicanos, they really love country music here. Like, you know, they can listen to David Lee Garza, and the next song it's gonna be a George Strait song. You know, I mean, the next song is a Ramon Ayala song. The next song is, you know, somebody, you know, another country artist. They really love country music here. And, you know, here lately in the last 15, 20 years, the Texas country scene has just blown up. You know what I mean? Here in Texas, you know, I think Randy Rogers gets played more than Florida Georgia Line. I mean, that's just, I mean, would you agree?
I would agree.
You know what I'm saying? And, you know, sometimes you go, hey, who's Randy Rogers? You can go to North Carolina and say, you know, Randy Rogers would be look at you like, what the hell are you talking about, man? You know, I put a lot of people on him. I put a lot of my friends in Florida on Randy Rogers. Like, wow, this guy is Texas, bro. Yep. You know what I'm saying? So you gravitate to the whole, you know, the 90s, late 80s, early 90s, mid 90s country, which is what I love, as you know, as well. And when did you just say, like, hey man, I want to? Can you speak Spanish fluently?
Sí, puedo hablar español.
Perfecto.
No perfecto, pero
un poquito.
Un
como
poquito,
los
sí,
todos aquí de San Antonio.
Sí.
Hablan bien mocho de madre. Nah, I'm one of them. I'm for sure I'm one of them.
It's a funny thing. We spoke English growing up at the house. My parents spoke Spanish growing up, but they were told in school that they couldn't speak Spanish. So I don't know. It just, when we were growing up, we spoke all English at the house, but my grandparents spoke Spanish.
And your parents spoke Spanish when they didn't want you to know what the hell they were talking about.
Yeah.
No, it's funny you say that, Chris, because, you know, again, the show, I really love to push our culture.
Yeah, absolutely.
Out to the audience. And you're very true. You know, I've said this many times that, you know, a lot of people don't know our history, and our history is that, you know, you think, well, you're Mexican American, you don't speak Spanish. Well, it's not the kids' fault. It's our fault. It's our parents' fault. But it's not to their fault to where they just didn't want to teach you. You know, my grandparents, you know, and some of my older uncles, they went to school and they couldn't speak Spanish because if you spoke Spanish, you would get in trouble.
Yeah.
So when they had kids, well, shit, why am I going to teach my kids in Spanish? They're going to go to school. They're going to get in trouble. I don't want them to get in trouble. I want them to be good students. So, you know, it would go away. And that's what's happening. That's what's happening. I think we need to stop it. However we can, we need to stop it and you know, maybe try to reinforce that back into our culture if we can.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
You know, I mean, we're a big melting pot, and you know, the United States is, you know, predominantly English, but Chicanos, we need to not forget our Spanish for sure.
Absolutely.
You know, I mean, we're the only radio, whether internet or FM, right, where all the DJs speak English. Mostly all the commercials are in English, and then all the music is in Spanish. So you know, you get people from out of state. They're like, "Whoa, wait a minute! The guy's talking English, commercials in English, and the songs in Spanish. I don't get it." Hey, it's who we are. That's exactly who we are. So, you know, that just it's a big part of, especially here in San Antonio, man. And so, did you Did you always know Spanish, or you just got better at it? You just made it a point to get better at it.
I did. I made it a point to get better at it. I studied it in high school and in college, and I just fell in love with the language. I fell in love with the music. When I was playing in my late teens, I really fell in love with Spanish music, and I really just immersed myself in it. Juan Gabriel, Vicente Fernandez, Alejandro Fernandez, a lot of the great mariachi singers. I just really just absorbed it and took it all in, because I felt such a close proximity to the sound, to the culture, and it is one of those things though that if you don't use it, you kind of tend to lose it. So cutting this record was a little challenging, because I hadn't recorded in over probably 20 years. But I really applied myself.
20 years? This Vato Barry looks like he's like 30 years old, man. He's 20 years, he would have been 10 years old. Man, that's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
So did you, I mean, where do you think that you speak the most Spanish at?
Where do I speak the most Spanish?
Yeah.
Probably with my wife. I'll talk to her in Spanish. She grew up, her grandparents spoke Spanish, so she's
really fluent in Spanish.
Pretty fluent.
Yeah, it's like my wife grew up in Florida, man, and you know when I met her, she spoke like Spanish, like, you know, good Spanish. It wasn't all chopped up like my shit. She'd be like, "What did you say?" I was trying to be cool and say some shit in Spanish, and it wasn't good. No, man, that's cool. So here's where, you know, if you guys saw what I posted, right? Cris has some connections to what is deep traditional Tejano music, staples here in San Antonio, staples all over the state of staples all over the United States when it comes to Tejano music. And if you don't know who these guys are, then you need to like dust your Tejano stuff off and go check them out. Los Aguilares right here. I mean, those dudes, if you don't know the song Anhelos, you don't know what you're missing, bro. You don't know what you're missing. So, Cris, how was that? How was you growing up? Was that part of your everyday life, or that was just like, hey, they're your tios, right?
They're my tios.
Your tios. So was it just like, oh, those are my tios, or you were like, nah, dog, those are my tios. You know what I mean? Was it like that?
No, it was. It was a very strong point of pride for my family, especially my mom. Those were my mom's brothers, and you know, we had pretty much all their records growing up, and I remember during the summer we would take a little trip to Houston or Corpus, and we'd put the tape in and we'd listen to Anhelos or Mil Albures, and man, it was just great music. I loved it.
Dude, that like listening to Anhelos would just get you in the mood of like, God dang, bro. And you know, you can relate, bro, being in the military. I always tell the artists this. You know, the artists really don't realize, you know, artists always thank you for your service. And I appreciate that, right?
Oh yeah, yep.
But at the same time, I like to thank them because they do something for service members that the regular American, or if you never served, you don't get. It's hard to understand. And what they bring a sense of home. They give you a blanket to remind you. It's a smell. It's a nostalgia. It's memories. It's take you away from whatever just happened that day. You could be in some corner in some godforsaken country, and you have either back then was the iPod, or if you had your CD player, however you could get music. And once that accordion would start, it's like, it's okay. Whatever happened today. It's going to be okay, because I know the earth is still spinning. Texas is still there, and my family's still waiting for me. I mean, would you agree?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it gives you a sense of home. Gives you a sense of, hey, you know, I just gotta push through. I want to get back there. I want to get back to those summer nights with my family, or you know, at the dances, and just it just gives you gives you that.
It gives you the nostalgia of
Yeah.
sleeping over 3 chairs with your dad's jacket underneath the table as your parents are dancing the night away. They don't want to take you home. You know, it gives you back all those memories. You know what I mean? And you know, to the people watching, like, don't forget that, man. We're the only people that do that kind of stuff. I'm being honest with you. Like, weddings, quinceañeras, like, we're the only people that party like that. Like, there's a reason that, you know, you if you do TikTok or you watch artists, you always see comedians of other. I've been seeing this lately of other, you know, backgrounds. You know, whether they're white, black, Indian, whatever they are. And what do they always say? Like, hey man, if you get invited to a Mexican party, like, you better be ready, because that's another level of you know what I mean. But yet at 5:30 in the morning, we're gonna get up and we're gonna make sure we're going to work. We're not calling in. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna party. So again, just again, big part of our culture, man. A big part of who we are. Cris, how old were you when you joined the military, bro?
Yeah, so I joined a little bit later. I didn't join right out of high school. I was 22. October.
When you went enlisted.
I went enlisted, yeah.
You did 4 years.
I did 6 years as a reserve.
Hombre, ya estás viejo. So you just, I'm trying 22, let's put you at 28.
Right, yeah.
You got out, then you did commission 2 years, and then you.
Yeah. Yep.
Hey, bro. So how does it work? Does your all your years count? Right, all your years
They all
count from.
Yeah, they all count. All my points come in all into one. So, yeah.
That's
It's
crazy,
gonna
man.
work out pretty well.
It's good, man. That's cool, man. Did you ever have the privilege of playing with your tios on stage?
I sure did.
Really,
Absolutely. I sure did. Yeah, and I credit them for planting that seed of you know, kind of removing that stage fright or that sense of, you know, vergüenza of getting up there and
He said vergüenza.
right? You know, just getting up there and doing your thing, and I'll never forget summer of 95, 96 or so. There was a
I didn't mean that. I meant to. I had it on pause.
there was a I grew up near Von Army, Texas, so just south of San Antonio. And every year the church there, Sacred Heart Church, would have their festival, summer festival. And it was, you know, they had the baile out in the, you know,
Out in the
pavilion.
open, yeah.
Yeah. And that year it was they had Los Aguilares playing and they had Roberto Pulido playing. And I had already been, so I was 15. I had already been playing for about a year, and, you know, just kind of, you know, getting my chops and
Getting
learning.
wet, getting your feet wet.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
And my mom, I remember my mom talked to my tío and said, hey, you know, I think Cris might be ready to do a song on stage with you all if y'all want to give him a shot. And so
Before you finish with your tío, typical tío. No, hombre, sobrino, he ain't ready. He ain't ready for the big time, man. He ain't ready. You know, man, Mexican tíos are the worst, bro. Those guys will. They you know, they love you and they hate you at the same time, bro. I didn't mean to interrupt, but, you know, it just popped in my head right away.
you know, he said, no, you know, get him up there. You know, if he wants to do it, we'll back him up. Do it. And so I remember the weekend before he had come out to the house and I was asking him, you know, what song do you think I should sing? And we were listening to KXTN at that time. Pretty, you know, it was a station back in the day. And a song by Los Palominos came on. It was called Nunca Me Olvides.
Nunca me olvides.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, oh man, that was my jam. He said, why don't you try this one? All right, I'll, you know. So for that whole week, I was just practicing, and then sure enough, we got up there and they did it. We did it. We got up there on stage and we did that song. And
Did he announce you like that?
oh yeah. He announced, you know, mi sobrino, you know,
Come on
Cris
up.
Medina, come on up, and I go, oh my God, my heart was just like, you know,
All your
pumping
friends.
out of
How
my
old were
chest.
you?
I was 15. Yeah. And you know, the priest was there, and everybody's, oh, you know what? And they had
Did the
known
priest give you a bendición before you went on stage?
It was like he's either gonna, you know, make or break, and man, it went really well. It went really well.
And that was your first taste of
That
being
was a
in front of
taste.
people, and
Oh man,
that's all you need right there.
that was it. That was it.
And so, Chris, your time in the Air Force as an enlistee, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure that guitar was with you in your barracks or wherever you lived, or maybe, I mean, I don't know if you were married already, but
I was married already.
you did. I mean, the guitar was always part of your weekends.
I did. I've always had a guitar. Like I said, ever since probably I was 14, I've always either had some guitar. I still have the guitar that my dad bought me. I still have it at the house. I've upgraded since then, you know.
I see the Gibson. I see it.
But yeah, I've always had a guitar around, and it's that, yeah, it's my sense of escape a little bit, and you just pull out the guitar and play.
You see, it's you reminded me, like, when you being in the military, like being in the Marine Corps, especially on ship, man. On ship, there ain't shit to do, and so there's some Marines that just have a guitar, and I used to make. This is before I knew how to play the guitar. I would find the chords to songs that I know, right, and I would go find my Marines, right, that play the guitar. Come here, so and so. Like, yeah, what's up, Gunny? I'm like, hey, you need to learn this song. What? What's up? It's a song I want you to play. And they would just be the chords, right? And then I would let them, if we could ever get a little bit of YouTube, I'd show them the song and they would play it. And I would, we'd try to sing along, and that's how we kill time. You know what I'm saying? We probably sounded like straight trash. Hey, but we got to, we got to dibble dabble and play with it. So, it was pretty cool. Chris, so being in the Air Force, did you have a band or?
No, I didn't. I didn't have a band. Not.
Were you stationed here?
Yeah, been here. Yeah, been either in San Antonio.
And were you active duty Air Force or you were reserves in the Air Force?
I've always been a reserve, but I've always been a reservist. But I've done several stints of active duty. Yeah.
And a lot of people don't really get like reservists. Yeah, exactly. They just go in 1 week in a month, 2 weeks a year. Oh, no. It's more than that. Like there's a lot of times where there's openings for them to. Maybe they just don't have enough active duty people to cover positions. They're like, hey, do you want to come on active duty? Boom. And, it's like you're in the regular military. You know what I'm saying? You just have that label on always that says reservist, but you're on active duty. You know what I'm saying? So no band, no music while you just kind of just on your own guitar playing.
Just on guitar playing. Every now and then when I had a buddy or two that would play some Texas country music in and around the house.
Mm-hmm.
And shout out to my good friend Sean Biela. Him and I grew up together. He's a bass player, and he would play with a band. And if they would come out I live over near 1604 Bandera, so they'd play like 151 Saloon or Stetson Bar. And if they would come out, I'd go check them out, and they'd bring me up on stage, and I'd play a country jam or something. So,
hell yeah.
But yeah.
It's like my buddy I had on here that day, Gabe Garcia. You know Gabe?
I sure do, yeah.
Man, yeah. Gabe, dude, that guy that's a bad dude, bro. I don't understand. I honestly don't understand how in the hell he just like he's not a George Strait or he's not a Garth Brooks. He has that potential, like his voice and the way he sings is just, I just saw him Sunday. Yeah, he played for. He did a couple of songs with DLG for his birthday celebration at Thirsty Horse. Shout out to Gabe if he's watching, Gabe Garcia, and it's awesome to see Chicanos chasing their dream.
Absolutely.
Right, regardless of the music, right? Chasing. I've had the Solis brothers on here. I don't know if you know those guys.
Brothers,
Nate, I've had Nathan on here. Let's see, what's the other guy's name? And we're gonna do more. I got more country coming for you in 2022. A lot more country coming for you because people like it, bro. People like it. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, Chris, I'm gonna put you on the spot because it's Wacky Wednesday, and that's kind of what Bumper does. You want to do a little country cover?
Sure, why not?
See, I'm gonna put him on the spot so you guys can say, "Hey, Bumper, how come you being nice to him? Like you're not making him." You know what I mean? So. Yeah, let's play a little. Let's get a little bit warmed up here. We're both having. Well, he's having a Coke Zero.
A Coke Zero.
For all his troops watching, that's
Yeah,
a Coke Zero.
Coke Zero.
And I'm having a water, you know.
That's right.
A little bit of apple juice over here. So let's see. You need a pick? I got a pick if you don't got one. Look at him. Got a pick. People are like, please make him play. Tired of hearing me talk, right? Yeah, we'll have him play. We'll have him play. Hey, your buddy's on, man. Sean Biela. He's just like,
good.
thanks for the shout out, amigo. Love you. That's badass.
Love you, Papa.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Guitars. My father taught himself, but he knew Mexican songs pretty good. Pretty cool. That was Lolina Mangini. I think I said it right. So you got, hey, Chris, you got people watching from Florida. You got people watching from Michigan. I saw on here earlier.
Michigan.
Yep. Shout out to my boy Parra from the Homeboys. We'll talk about them a little bit later today. What's up, Parra? Hope you're doing well, brother. I can't wait to see you guys Friday night. So the floor is yours, Chris. Awesome. You can move this. You can get comfortable. Do what you got to do.
I think I'm in tune.
And if he's not in tune, we'll know right away.
How's that sound there? Well,
Wisconsin. They told me that right away. Bump, you forgot Wisconsin. I'm sorry, Miss Vanessa. You're right. Wisconsin in the house as well.
So, little quick story. I want to shout out to my mom and dad if they're watching. My parents celebrated their 46th wedding anniversary.
How many?
46. Yeah.
That's
in November.
That's from 1975, bro.
Yeah. So they got married in 70. My sister was born in 74. They got married the previous year, 73, 46, maybe even 48, right around there. 1970.
I just turned 46.
Okay.
I'm not ashamed to say it. Like some people are like, don't say how old. I'm 46 years old, bro. Hey, but I still get carded. Bro. I take my cap off as my ID. I take my cap off. Like, oh, okay, you're cool. You're good. You're good, bro.
So my parents met at a dance back in the day at Mendiola's Ballroom, and that was the story goes is that was the place back in the day, the Mendiola's Ballroom.
And where is that located? It's still here?
It's still there. It's not Mendiola's anymore. It's just kind of now a party house or a party venue, wedding venue now, as they call them. And they met at a dance at Mendiola's Ballroom, and my dad is his first cousins. So my grandmother, his mom, his sister, her sister was married to Los Hermanos Farias, so La Tropa F. So Los Hermanos Farias back in the day would open up for Los Aguilares, and
before Tropa F, Los Hermanos Farias.
Los Hermanos Farias.
Yeah.
So they were they were young. I mean, these were young guys, young cats, and they played. I mean, they were pretty amazing. And so on my dad's side, we have Los Hermanos Farias, La Tropa F. And on my mom's side, Los Aguilares. So we've just always had music in the house.
Damn, son, hey, and those are like, oh, okay, I think I know who those are. I mean, dude, if you don't know who either one of those are, what rock have you been hiding under, man?
And so I mentioned that, I preface that because back in about 93, 94, you really had, I call them like the top 10 bands at that time, early 90s, right, in Tejano. You had Emilio, you had Selena, of course, DLG, Mas, La Mafia. But right in there, right in the mix, it was La Tropa F. They were in the hunt right there, man.
Those guys had almost, I think, 2.5, 8. If you can have a half an 18-wheeler, those dudes had 18-wheelers.
They sure did.
Like 2 of them rolling wherever they went.
And they play a lot in Beeville. I mean,
they used to kill always in Beeville. Yeah, all over. Yeah, for sure.
And so Joe and my dad are about the same age, so they grew up together. But I gravitated to Joe in that he played the guitar, he played the bajo sexto, but also played the guitar. And man, they cut a awesome country record.
You just keep talking,
okay.
I'm just going off
They cut an awesome country record called "It's Over," and man, that song was
Tropa F sings that song.
Yeah, Tropa F sings that song. Tropa F, and I'm gonna See if I can do it.
It's
pull it out of the hole.
over.
Yeah.
Between that one, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
They say that good things come to those who wait. Lord knows I've been waiting all my life. When I met you, girl, you were the best for me. I just wanted to feel that you'd always be there for me. We were one more time that we drifted apart. I was in love, but you didn't know what to do with my heart. All those nights that I spent alone, now I still think of you. You wanted diamonds and gold, an old-fashioned love wouldn't do. I can tell by the way you walk, I can tell by the way you talk. It's over between you and me. You can't hide it in your eyes. When the love and the passion dies, it's over between you and me.
Yeah. See, I told you I wouldn't get him. He wasn't bringing his guitar over for nothing, man. That's just getting started, bro. Dude, that was beautiful, bro. That was beautiful.
Thank you.
Fix this back right here. They're already giving me a hard time again. I told you, didn't I tell you before we even started? They're gonna give me a hard time about the microphone. Hey, shout out to my buddy Joey Jams in the house. He said, "Bump, La Mafia had two 18-wheelers and a bobtail 25-foot truck with 2 tour buses, Bump." So shout out to Joey Jans, man. He's always supporting me all the time. I greatly appreciate his friendship, man. Thank you so much. Let's see, who else? To Vanessa, she's in Wisconsin too. Ricardo Calderon, guitarist for Mike Gonzalez and Iconics. Shout out to Ricardo.
Sweet.
Hello, my brother Bump. So, see, look. If you can just see that, if you can't even read the top, it's my wife. Bring his mic closer. So, no, man. I need to get one of these like installed over there somewhere so that they can just kind of like move it wherever the hell they want to. You know what I mean? That was beautiful, bro. Net, like, I'm gonna be 100% honest with you because that's what I do.
Yeah.
Right. There's some people that when you tell them like, "Hey, you want to do this live show?" They're like, "Hell no." There's some people that they just live on the cup, like they won't do it. You know, not that they can't sing.
Sure. Yeah.
I just think that they're just not as confident as like, you know, live. You have all the sound. You can kind of hide inside that, right? You know what I mean? But when it's just you, the microphone,
raw.
it's raw, bro.
It is.
And you can tell right away if the guy can sing or not. Like, hey, hombre, chinga, where did this guy come from, bro? So, you know, that was just a little piece of Cris. And, you know, we've been talking, if you just dropping in, we were talking about, you know, his country roots a little bit, how he loved the 80s and 90s country. And that song right there, Tropa F, man, took it. That was a hit for them right there.
Yep.
Big time. And it's cool, bro, because you were naming all the top 10 bands. You got to 6. Which is cool. I was like, okay, all right, this guy, he's got his shit. He's got his shit locked on over here. Excuse me if you're watching, and this is the first time watching Bumper cusses a lot. I'm sorry. I try not to, but it just comes out sometimes. Cris,
In the church, you said that you grew up in the church, and at churches where you really got to music. So did you play in the choir there, or
Sure did. Yeah, I played in the choir. Yeah, every Sunday, pretty much every Sunday, we'd be playing in the choir.
and you're still part of that same parish, or no?
No. Now I grew up going to church there at Sacred Heart, and then after we got married at St. Paul.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you got married at St. Paul.
Sure did. Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
cool,
So,
cool.
So spent a lot of time at St. Paul and played in the choir there with the youth choir.
Did you know Jesus?
I sure did. Yeah. Yeah.
For real?
Yeah, he's rest in peace. That's my son's godfather. Yeah.
No way,
Yeah,
dude.
Yeah, Jesus and I, we went way back. We made a retreat together.
Man, I
back in
just
the
got
day.
I just got the chills on my arms because Jesus
Jesus was a mentor, really, for me.
he is the reason that my family stayed at that church.
Wow. Yeah.
I know that's for some people like golly bumper. Go for. I said, it's just we moved here from California. We had never heard nobody play that kind of music in a Catholic church.
Yeah. It was.
And
wild.
it was gravitating. Like my kids were like, "Dad, we got to go back next Sunday.
go back."
We got to go back next Sunday." And then we just
what it's about.
everybody was accepting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just a powerful man, bro. Powerful man. His music was so amazing, man. So amazing. What a small world, dude.
Yeah.
What a small world. So he was your son's godfather, right?
Yeah. He just had that much of an impact in my wife and our lives, and we were heartbroken when he passed away. But he left such an indelible legacy. Tonight
man.
we're talking about him, and I know I know that he's smiling from above.
For sure, dude. Like I just got a big old lump in my throat because you guys don't like. Honestly, it's hard to express on live here. If you don't really know who we're talking about, it's kind of like a little personal conversation in a sense. But the guy was just when you meet people, I don't know if you guys ever had that when you just meet somebody that just rubs you the right way. You always hear somebody say, that guy rubs me the wrong way. You ever met somebody who just rubs you the right way? There's nothing they can say that'll just make you be like, what the hell? No, just everything they say you gravitate to and you listen. And he was just one of those men that came across in my life. And I've come across a lot of, guys that I've looked up to in different forms of my life, different parts of my life. And he's definitely one of them, an exemplary father. Like all his kids are great. Yeah. He has a big family like me. Like that's how we could relate. He's like, Whopper, you have 8 kids? Oh, I got, what I'm saying? So, we could relate in a sense. And if you've ever been to St. Paul at 5:30 Mass on Sundays, his daughter still's up there in his spot where he would be carrying on the tradition, man. Yeah. So shout out to Jesus' family, man, for sure. Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. So, Chris, what else, bro? What else? What do you have going on right now, or what made you say, hey, I'm gonna cut a record?
Yeah, so it was the whole quarantine. I mean, just being indoors, being stuck inside the house.
It made a lot of people come out of like.
It did, yeah.
Right?
Yeah, and it was, I think, in a good way, right? It was just, I told my wife I felt like it's time. It's time I've got some songs that I had written and I had just kind of, stowed away and not done anything with them. And I had already, I had some discussions with my cousin, Mike Aguilar Jr., who I want to shout out to, has just been phenomenal. He's an amazing musician, producer. He is going to be a big force in Tejano. I say, hey, I'd like to record some songs, and I want to get the feel of the tios. So yeah, well, I've got a good friend of mine, Luke Salas, who I also want to shout out to. They're the ones that are instrumental on the record. They put it together in their studio, and they pretty much were able to cut almost all the instruments. The drums, guitar, bass, accordion. I mean, I felt like we brought the accordion to life.
That song, bro, your song, it says Soñar Contigo.
Yeah.
I was telling Chris, like, when I was listening to the song earlier, and then he got here, I was like, yo, bro, your voice is way older than the way you look. For sure. Like, it just got an old Tejano feel to it. And we were talking offline, you know, you were saying about the song, you know what I mean? About how he put it like this, and it makes perfect sense. You know, you watch those shows where they start remodeling old homes and stuff, and hey, let's tear down this wall, and they start peeling back the wall, and they're like, or they tear something off the floor, and like, oh my God, this wood is beautiful, and they go to refinish it. That was a perfect way you put that. You know, is that how you approach the song that you have?
It was. I mean, to the credit, the song was a big hit at that time already. It was a big hit. So, but I wanted to take a song, and I wanted that challenge of not making it better, but making it kind of my own, and seeing how we could take a song and kind of give it another life. And I think that's what we did here with this song. And there's a part in there that, and I mean, that's why they're just so talented. They were listening and said, hey, during that stretch of instrumental, they were doing snare hits. Let's take away the snare and let's do the rim shot. And it just, and when we took away the snare, we could hear the guitar was doing this amazing little run, and we wanted to capture that. So we just kind of took the song and just made some minor tweaks, and we felt like we like I said, we kind of gave it a new life.
I'm telling you, it's a song. If you guys weren't listening when I opened up the show, it's a song that I let play. Definitely has an old school feel to it, but still it's new, you know. And like I said, you know, on Frito Pie Friday, I played it, and the artists themselves are like, "Bump, you got to play that song again. Play it again." So I was like, "Okay, man, we'll play it again." Like, you know, you don't got to tell me twice. And we played it, and you know, all week I've been listening to it. I listened to it today while I was at work, you know, quite a bit of times, and I dug it since the first time that I heard it, bro. You know what I'm saying? The first time that I listened to it, it's a badass, feel good Tejano song. You know what I mean? So let's see. Let me go here to the chat. Let's see. You make me feel like I'm hanging with familia, chilling. Thanks, Bumper. Well, you know what, Lonia, that's exactly what I love about this show. That's what I want. I'm not trying to make you feel any other way, but you're just sitting right across from these lights here, hanging out with me and Chris, and just, you know, conversation. If you ever watch one of my shows, that's what I try to push. It's just conversation. There's no structure to my show. We're just shooting the shit, kicking back and getting to know one another. You know, so some guests I've known for a long time, and their son, they just walked in my door. You know, I just met them. So and you guys get to be a part of that. You know, that's what I love about doing this. And again, just kind of, you know, with Chris, really putting them out there, like, hey, go look them up. If you got an iPhone, if you got Spotify, what's the Google one that they use? The music, the Play Store. What does Google use for their music? Shit, I don't know what it's called. Yeah, I'm such an Apple person. So, you know, in the music,
Google Play, I think.
Google Play or something like that. You know, look them up, Chris Medina, and it's Chris without the H. It's CRIS.
Yeah.
Medina. Check them out. Download the song. Download it. Put it in your playlist. Chris, you know you've made it. You know you have made it in the industry when you become a playlist for I don't want to just say mothers or grandmothers or wives, because then it's going to be labeled just women, right? Because men can clean too, right? But you know, me and my wife, we have like a playlist. Like when the kids, when they're younger, if they started hearing, they know what time it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got to get up. You're in the Navy. It's field day. You know what I mean? Like, it's already a field day. So I always tell my guests, like, you know, you made it when you're on that playlist. You know what I'm saying? When your song's being played and we're scrubbing toilets and mopping and sweeping,
you know you made it, man. So shout out to Mr. Ozzy Zavala. Hello, man. Welcome. Mike G in the house. Mike Gonzalez is here. I saw Macizo was here. Yeah, a lot of artists watching, Chris. That's great, man. That's good.
Big fans of all those.
Isaias, Mike Gonzalez in the Iconics. Isaias from Macizo. Ozzy Zavala. His band, I put it in here, Ozzy, because I'm going to try to say it again. I know it's that band that was hard as hell to sing last week. But, dude, are you playing the fanfare?
I'm not. I'm not. I think I might have to be out of town that weekend. I'm still trying to work the schedule, but I'm not playing fanfare. But hope to get out soon.
Have you played anywhere live, or it's just you just recorded the song?
Just recorded so far. We've gotten a couple of inquiries about coming down to either maybe Corpus or the Valley, but we're still kind of working on some of the details. But hope to get out there soon, spring and summertime.
So, sure. Chris, let me ask you. So you have a song out, right?
Yeah.
Do you already have you already have all the music for an album?
We do. So the idea is what we want to do is we have about 6 songs right now that are pretty much ready to go. We're gonna probably do a volume 1 now. And then we've got volume 2 coming out later in the summer. But we've got about 6 songs that are just about final, mastered.
How many songs do you think you put on the album? 10?
Probably 10 or 12. And we've been really, really fortunate. We've got some great music on there. A couple of that I wrote. A song that I wrote and my son wrote as well. He added some lyrics.
In Spanish?
This one's a country song.
Oh, country. Okay, I got you. Cool is that so you're mixing Tejano and country in the same album?
We are.
Jala chinga. There you go. Yeah. Bien Tejano de madre right there. That's Tex-Mex. As Tex-Mex as you can get it right there.
We're going Tex-Mex twang is what we're calling
it.
Yeah.
There you go. Hell yeah.
But we've got a couple of songs from a writer out of Monterrey, Mexico. Really, really great songs. And I want to shout out to Aaron Gonzalez with Tex Sound Music. He has been just a phenomenal sounding board and is just a great person in the music business. He's doing a lot of great things, and he's definitely doing some cool stuff in the industry.
Chris, since I've been doing this show, it'll be 2 years next month. I've got to make great friends with musicians, sound engineers, music producers, all kinds of people. And what I always grew up listening to or hearing, like, these guys are assholes, these guys are, and they're not, dude. Like, the most people you meet are just so humble. They just, it's like, you do what you do for a living. This is what they do for a living. Like, this is what moves them. And some people are so good at it that they only do that and they make a great living. And there's some people like Chris that, they're serving their country and just doing this kind of like, on the side. There's people who are out there who are carpenters, who are plumbers, who are, and this is what they do. That, at one point in time, maybe they used to do this for money, but times have changed, and they're out there grinding just like we are. Absolutely. Doing everyday regular normal 9-to-5 jobs, and then still finding time to make music for us to enjoy. So in our industry, that goes to show you, like, I want you to take any other kind of music genre and think about what I just said. What other music genre do you know, or artists do you know, that are out there working a 9-to-5 job and still doing music? I'll wait. The popular music you hear on the radio, like, most of these people are not working their 9-to-5 jobs anymore. Maybe at one point in time they did, and they grinded enough to where now, they're this big country artist, whatever. But Tejano Conjunto music is a whole different, it's just a whole nother level. Like, but again, it just really emphasizes, really shows our culture as far as, like, hard working people. Here are these people working every single day like we are, and then still afterwards, instead of just sitting at home watching TV, enjoying their family, they're in the studio. They're up till 2 or 3 in the morning. Hey, let's do this, play that track again, let's do it again. I don't like it, let's do it again. You know what I'm saying? And then they get up in the morning and go to work to bring us joy.
At the end of the day, that's what it is, right? You hope to make a little bit of money, but at the end of the day, it's to bring us joy in a song.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Do you look at it? Do you look at it like that?
Absolutely. Yeah. It's a, it's a way for us to take our interest and our talents, right, and share it with others, and bring, like you said, bring joy to others, and bring that sense of alegría, that alegre that we all enjoy.
These guys are talking about glue, and I'm like, what the hell are you talking? Hey, are you talking about the mic stand? What are you talking about? Mike is like, they need more glue. Is it the mic? I don't know. Hey, somebody explain to me. I'm trying to get, like, I guess this is, I don't know, bro. So let's see. Great show tonight, Bumper, listening from Southern California, man. SoCal. Big Paul. Thank you, Paul. Paul's been watching the last few weeks, man. I don't know where you found me, where you heard about me, but thank you, Paul. Really appreciate you tuning in, man. And that's what's great about, the I'm gonna fuck up the awards. The Tejano Music, the Tejano Mundial Awards.
Yes, right. Yep.
Right,
Sunday.
Tejano Mundial?
Yeah.
They're this Sunday. Here at the Shrine Auditorium. And dude, their nominees and their everything they have, all the awards, could not agree with it more. 100%. Like I really dug the awards. I really wish I could be there. I cannot be there. But I really wish I could be there, because there's going to be some great entertainment this Sunday. And dude, there's great entertainment all the time. Chris, let me ask you, does it aggravate you that we are the capital of Tejano music? Right? We like to pride ourselves, San Antonio, we're the capital of Tejano music. But can you catch a Tejano band on a Monday, on a Tuesday, on a Wednesday, on a Thursday, maybe on a Friday, maybe on a Saturday?
Maybe.
Right? But back in the day, you could catch 7 days a week. Somebody was playing somewhere at some local bar, whatever. And I wanted to get back that way, dude. I wanted to come back in that sense. You know what I'm saying?
Quick story. Several times now I've already been, but Nashville, and obviously I know it's the country music capital, right? But
right.
Man, you can catch country music 7 days a week there, up and down Lower Broadway. I mean, they've got restaurant after bar after, just playing music all the time. And man, I envision something like that at Market Square or on the West Side somewhere.
So let's not even take it Market Square, right?
Yeah.
People come to San Antonio from all over the world.
Military, tourists, everything, yeah.
Right. And my buddy, shout out to Art from the Conjunto Cats, right?
Shout out.
He did a post either today or the other day, and he made a lot of sense. Why in the world does the Tejano, capital of the world, not have one bar dedicated to Tejano music, or restaurant dedicated to Tejano music on the Riverwalk, where people come from all over the world to visit, right? And people, when you hear San Antonio, like, that's part of, you see the San Antonio, you see the mariachis, you see, the fiesta colors, or what do you call it? But we got an Irish bar down on the Riverwalk.
Yeah, we sure do.
We got a couple of Mexican restaurants. We got Margaritaville. We got the Hard Rock,
But imagine a place called Little Joe's or Emilio's or Selena or something,
Dude.
Flor or something that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, where they sell carne asada, tacos, barbacoa, 24/7. I mean, you could close. You catch a drift. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Just something that would show the world who we are in San Antonio. You know what I'm saying? Not just like, Market Square, where it looks, like you're going to Progreso or Laredo, or, you know what I mean? You could buy all the goods that you find in Mexico. Something that showcases who we are. So, again, shout out to my boy Art. He made great sense. If you got money, you're an investor. That's something to maybe look into, man. And you're gonna have the negative Nancy's, bro.
Yeah,
You're always gonna have,
right?
no, hombre, vato, nobody's gonna listen to and all that. Hey, we're not asking to have bands 24/7. You know what I'm saying? But in the evening, when you want to go enjoy a dinner,
Yeah.
you know, somebody walking, they see a bajo sexo, an accordion. They're like, hey man, this is Tex-Mex, bro. Let's eat here.
Yep. I kid you not. I went to the Country Music Hall of Fame, and inside the Country Music Hall of Fame, they have a restaurant, and it's called Tacos y Tequila. And they have a bajo sexto on the wall, and they have a picture of a margarita, and you can get tacos inside the Country Music Hall of Fame. They love it. They love our culture. I'd love to see it here in San Antonio.
So, with that being said, Hard Rock Restaurant, but for Tejano pioneers. Hey, Mike. No, for real. I mean, that's a great idea. We're going. This is Wacky Wednesday, bro. We go off on all kinds of different tangents. But dude, that would be cool. Like, you go to the Hard Rock, they have Selena's jacket, and they have, they have some other stuff to deal with San Antonio. But something dedicated to just our culture would be freaking phenomenal, dude.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like an Emilio area, a Jimmy Gonzalez area.
Yep.
All the guys who have gone. Steve Rodan, like all these legends that are no longer with us. We could commemorate them. But then again, I mean, it doesn't have to be a full grown band. Just a guy with a guitar and an accordion or a bajo and accordion jamming out, so people can get just a little taste of who we are here in San Antonio. I don't know, man. Maybe it's been tried before and it's like, bumper, it doesn't work. Our raza doesn't like to go downtown and spend money. Well, I mean, I don't know. It's just me, man. It's just me. Let's see. Sean Sombrano, hello, Bumper and Chris. Saludos desde Gonzales, Texas. Come and take it. That's where it comes from, right?
That's right.
Gonzales, Texas. Let's see. Shout out to Lucy and Lucy Benavides, Randy Navarrete. Thank you guys for always tuning in. And Mike says he agrees. Yeah, hell yeah. I agree. We can have Chris there, show up with his guitar, and then, if they don't understand Spanish, well, then he could break open a freaking country song, make them feel at home, and then right back to Tejano and be like, hey, this is who we are. So, Chris, being in the military, do you take a different, like, are you prideful? It's ugly to say. Are you proud to be an American? I think you automatically assume that you're proud to be an American if you're serving this great country of ours, right? Yeah. But when I was in, I took even more pride of being a Mexicano, a Chicano, Mexican American, whatever you want to call us, whatever you feel comfortable saying, and serving our country.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I just always felt that I was carrying so many years, so many different generations of our people who have worked hard, and you're carrying them on your back, in a sense. No, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, very true, and even more so, I think, because I felt like I got to experience both parts of the military is very hierarchical, right? It's you've got your enlisted and your officers. When I became an officer, I probably didn't meet my first Latino officer peer until I was at least a few years in. And then as I got...
Are you serious?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there were hardly any Latinos. There were a small few. And then my supervisors, they were not my color skin. And not that it really mattered, but when you see somebody that you can identify with, right, it does make a little bit of a difference. So I do take it I take it with a high degree of responsibility to be the best officer that I can for my folks, for my people, because
in a sense you are representing all of us.
Yeah, very much so. Very much so.
You are representing. We're not just cholos and cholas and gangbangers and stuff that you see in the movies. Like, we're doctors, we're lawyers, we're all this. And and the reason I ask you that, man, is, and the reason I bring it up is just because, I always say, we're the least representative, and you just proved it, right? Without me even saying that comment, you just proved it to the viewers. You know, it was a couple of years before you met somebody like yourself. You know what I'm saying? That you could relate to in a sense. And again, we're not talking. You know, we love our brothers and sisters. Like I die for my Marine to my left and right, regardless of skin and regardless of where they come from. They're my brother or my sister. Period. Point blank. But you know, it's just a sense of, you know, I don't know. You'd have to live it to understand kind of what we're talking about. You know, my son served in the Marine Corps. My daughter, she's about to pin on captain in the Army.
Yeah.
And you know, I don't really ever. I'm not a bragger, right? That's never been me. Like, you'll hardly ever hear me talk about the Marine Corps. You know what I mean? Just maybe when I'm with my brothers, my Marine Corps brothers, of course, we always talk shit to one another. But you know, my daughter is the first Latina United States Army Ranger in history.
Wow, that's
pretty awesome. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't know what that is, look it up. Go look it up and see how many men, grown men, you know, fall out of this thing. So, you know, we're real proud of her for that. Very proud of my son. He did, you know, successfully. He did his years and he came back. And you know what was cool was talking to them. You know, them growing up with me was one thing, but when they go on themselves like that,
on their own,
I really got to see our culture in a different sense because, you know, in the military, you really find each other, right? You find a guy who's listening to Tejano music. Oh, bro, where are you from? You're from South Texas? Yeah. I'm from San Diego, Texas. Cool, bro. I'm from Beeville. Oh, man, we're 30 minutes away. You know what I mean? Boom. Hey, I'm having a carne asada at my house, a barbecue. Oh, come on over. Yeah. And next thing you know, they're part of your family.
Exactly.
You know, and that's what those are the things you never see in the military movies and the stuff. That's the part you never see. And these guys become brothers and sisters for life.
For life, you're right.
For life, you know what I mean? I'm sure you have people that I always tell people this. I love my blood brothers and sisters, right? But I have Marines that I've known longer than my own little brothers. Yeah. You know, of course I've known my little brothers since they were born, but like they were with me so many more years than my actual blood brothers. You know what I'm saying? So it's pretty cool, man. Something different. Cris was a great, and I was waiting for somebody to say this because I didn't want to bring it up, but I was going to bring it up anyway. Cris was a great San Antonio city councilman.
I did. I served in politics. Yep.
Are you serious?
I did. Yeah.
How many years was that?
I served from 2011 to 2017. Yeah. And
on the city council?
San Antonio City Council. Yeah. District 7, northwest part of San Antonio. Yeah. That's
freaking awesome, dude. Yeah. That is like, that makes me feel, I saw that in your little bio thing that I saw, but I was like, oh, I'll ask him about it. But I just said, not even 30 minutes ago, I just said, like, we're the least represented in politics, or the least represented, you know, in everything that we do. Yeah. And here you are sitting next to me. Somebody's like, hey, now, I did it. Yeah. I did my part. You know what I'm saying? You did your part.
I did.
How was life as a politician, bro?
Man, you know, it was one of the I was really fortunate and blessed to, you know, sometimes you go to college, right, and you get a degree in something and you end up not even doing anything related to your degree. Mm-hmm. I was very fortunate that I studied political science in college, and I just got involved. I wanted to get involved in my community. And at that time, I got connected with a great mentor for me to this day. He's County Commissioner Justin Rodriguez. I started working in his office. He was a city councilman at that time. And, you know, we were out there block walking and going to events and neighborhood association meetings. And I just really enjoyed the work. I really enjoyed being around people and solving problems. Because, you know, San Antonio is the 7th, at that time when I was on 7th, now maybe even closing in on 6th largest city.
In America.
In America, 1.4 million people.
And you know what, Cris? You know, to the everyday Chicano, who doesn't watch the news, who goes to work, does what they're supposed to do, right? I think as a race, we're the worst when it comes to voting. We're the worst when it comes to, and it's sad, but we just need to get, we can get over the sadness. We just need to get better, right? And the thing is that when we think of voting, we think of the president of the United States. We think, right? They're the furthest away from anything that's gonna actually involve you or have anything to do with your everyday life. Honestly, they're the furthest away from you. You know, the ones we got to look at are our city councilmen. You know what I'm saying? All the people, you know, our representatives here in Texas. Those are the ones that count, because those are the guys who are right here living with you, living amongst you. You know, they're not up in the White House living this crazy dream. So I don't know. It's dude, I'm that makes me feel so badass, bro, that you were, you know, you served 6 years as a councilman for the city of San Antonio. You must have seen it all.
We saw a lot. I felt like we got a lot done. We passed several bond referendums and I mean pumping in.
Is that a full-time job, Chris, or is it a volunteer?
It's considered a volunteer type position. You know, I was doing my military stuff and you know, the first few years it was tough being on the city council. It wasn't a full paying type.
And so, like, how does it work? Do you have to show up somewhere every day, or you just go up to the meetings that they have, or what?
Technically, if you wanted to just be just go to a meeting on Thursday. We had our meetings on Thursday mornings, but the job itself, you represent a district of about 140,000 people, and you get constituent cases that come in, you get phone calls, you have meetings. I mean, it is a full-time job, and if you want to do the job right, you got to immerse yourself, and that's what we did.
I mean, I could see a retiree doing that, like, you know, somebody who's, you know, doesn't have like an everyday, like they're just gonna, bro, that your plate must have been full to the max right there. But I commend you for that, bro.
Well, thank you so much.
That's awesome. I mean, this is what this show's all about, bro. Is bringing our. This is awesome. Honestly, man, I'm sitting here in awe. Like, that's badass. Here he is, a Tejano musician who's serving his country. But not only served his country, he served his community. His community, which is different. Like, serving your country, hey, you're serving your country, right? You're serving everybody. You know what I'm saying? From I don't know, Michigan all the way down to Miami to wherever. You're serving everybody, right? But when you're serving your community, you know what, Chris? I've always said that I wanted to get involved in politics.
Yeah.
But here's my catch. My catch is that every time I see a politician like run for office, you had to have had the best, cleanest life of all time, bro. Because if you run against somebody, they're gonna be like, "Oh nah, bro, you got 2 baby mamas. You got, you know what I mean? You got a DUI back over here, back. You know what I'm saying? You just got to have like this perfect life where they can't grab any skeletons out of your closet and throw in your face. You know what I'm saying? And not that I don't have any, I don't give a shit. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know, man. I think I would do a great job. You know what I'm saying? I've served my parish. Yeah. You know, I've been a pastoral council president of St. Paul. I've been on many act stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've served in that sense, but I would love to serve like constituents, like you said, you know, like a whole community. What did your family think about you doing that, Chris?
Yeah, you know, so I credit my wife. She was super supportive. You know, we had 2 young kids, 2 young boys at the time, and yeah, it was a challenge for sure. But yeah, it was a really it was a great chapter in my career and in my life, and a lot of great moments, and you know, again, you know, challenges as well.
Do you see yourself after? Well, even while you're doing music, do you see yourself later on, maybe, you know, doing something else in politics?
I think so. maybe down the road, our youngest son's going to be a freshman, or he's a freshman this year, and so we'll see. We'll see down the road.
All right, man. So when you become a congressman or a state representative, be like, I had that vato on my show, bro. He was. So, no, man. Let's see. Hello, Bumper and Chris. DJ Kid is watching from Fort Worth, Texas. Keep up the good job. Hello, Randy and Lucy. What's up, Florencio? Thank you for watching, man. See, what's that? Yeah, go ahead, bro. See, hey, we're live, so I gotta give him a restroom break. So while we're playing the restroom break, this is a song that we were talking about earlier that you have to know. You gotta know this song right here. Thank you guys for tuning in. We were watching Bumper's Wacky Wednesday. We're the guests. Had to take a bathroom break. So how do we eat up time? Play some badass music. Hey, while he's taking a bathroom break, I want to talk about a few things, man. If you guys are in the area, right, this Saturday, they're going to have a drive-through prayer. COVID safe, you don't have to get out of your vehicle. If you have somebody who is maybe going through whatever they're going through, right? Take them for a ride, man. Go buy a taco, pick them up. Take them right here, man. Culebra and General McMullen, my buddies from Third Nail Ministries, are going to be there, and they're going to be freaking praying over you. You don't even got to get out of the car. If you have anybody going through something, you just never know, man. Like, somebody praying over you can just do wonders, man. Honestly. So shout out to all my brothers from Third Nail Ministries. Again, if you're in the area, Culebra and General McMullen, Saturday, February 19th from 7 to 1 o'clock. 7 in the morning to 1 o'clock. Get up, take them to breakfast, drive through, and have them pray over you, man. It's great, man. So again, Culebra, General McMullen, our buddies at Third Nail Ministries are going to be doing a drive-through prayer. Go check them out. Also, if this weekend, people will send me a bump. What's going on? I'm coming into town. What's going on? I'm supposed to know all the violence, and I don't. I'm the worst at it. But shout out to my buddy Rudy Lopez and Lopez Entertainment. This Friday at Far West, they're going to have the Crazy Pimps. I don't have my glasses on, so I can't see the other band. But my homeboys, the homeboys with the mother effing Z, will be in the house at Far West. If you've never seen these guys on stage, you do not know what you're missing. These guys bring fire. They bring all kinds of stuff. They're a badass conjunto, man. So check out the homeboys this Friday along with the Crazy Pimps at Far West, $10 before 9. And Far West is on Pleasanton and Military. It's if you haven't been there lately, it's changed quite a bit. Rudy and them have done an outstanding job in that place. It's really, really nice. You can get you a table, you can sit down, get you a quick beer. Dance floor is open. It's just a beautiful place, man. So if you guys aren't doing anything, Friday, Far West, the homeboys and the Crazy Pimps. One more. I got one more thing, or a couple of more. This is far off, right? So we're gonna have TTMA. The fanfare is gonna be here during spring break weekend. I got a phone call last night from my buddy DJ Smoke, who is a Tejano DJ from the state of Colorado, and they're bringing the Tejano local show, their radio internet show. They're going to be coming down, and they're taking over Post 76, the oldest post in Texas, downtown VFW. The spring break weekend, at the same time as fanfare, they're going to have all the DJs. They're going to have some live bands. So if you're a veteran, you want to go grab a cold beer, and you're down for fanfare, and you want to just go hang out with other veterans, that's another choice you guys can do. So Post 76 is the place to be with all the guys from Tejano local and my buddy DJ Smoke, man. So I'll definitely go down there and have a few cold ones. There's going to be a lot of stuff going on that weekend, but for sure you guys are going to have to make it down there. And now time to pay some bills. Tonight's show is brought to you by two people. One, I am now an official member of the Texican Familia. If you ever see me wearing, if you seen all my posts, I'm always wearing either a sweatshirt or a t-shirt. It's one of my favorite things to wear. Everywhere I wear this, people just come up to me and are just like, where did you get that? This is where you can get it. Go on Instagram, follow Texican Clothing. Once you follow them, you can message them and you tell them what shirt you want. They'll tell you how to pay them and they'll get it mailed to you quickly. So again, that's the Texican Clothing Familia. Let me pause this real quick. They're now an official sponsor of Bumpers Wacky Wednesday. I'm now part of the Texican Familia, which is based out of Houston. But, you see a lot of me, you see a lot of my friends wearing it. That's where we get it from. So just follow them on Instagram, hit up my boy, and they will take care of you. So again, Texican, shout out to Texican Clothing in the house. And I'm happy to be part of the Texican Familia now. And then my last sponsor for the night, this bar right here is always, listen to me, this bar right here is always on and popping. Every day but Monday, and that's soon going to change. Shout out to my people out at Bar at City Base, 2707 Lasses Boulevard on the southeast side of San Antonio. Man, there's never a dull moment when you got there. The bartenders are awesome. The beer is ice cold. They always got badass music playing. Tejano, country, old school, 90s hip hop. They play it all. Everything that we love. You can go from George Strait, Ramon Ayala to Cris Medina, and then next thing you know, they're playing not Steve, ¿cómo se llama el vato? Spring Love. Help me. Spring Love? Man, dude, I'm having a brain fart. You know what I mean? The old freestyle music, they'll play some of that stuff. So it's just a great place to be, man. Cold beer. So Bar at City Base, shout out to everybody out there at Bar at City Base. Big sponsor of Bumpers Wacky Wednesday, and we greatly appreciate it. Now back from his pee break. See that?
I hit the latrine.
See, he said latrine. I don't even know what a latrine is. He meant a head. He went to the head. You got to bring your Navy roots. Your Navy roots. Don't come over here with your Army and Air Force talking. You got to do Stevie B. See, I said it was right. Stevie B. Everybody's like, really, Bumper Stevie B, bro. So, Cris, now that you're back from your bathroom break, what else, dude? Like, is there another song that you love to play like this acoustically?
Yeah, I'm sure I can think of something.
Don't say I can think. I don't just play a song. I want the Wacky Wednesday viewers to be able to get a badass part of Cris. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like some people, they play a song like, everybody likes a song, so I play it. Yeah. I want to play a song that you like, that, that means something to you, or like the early one you played, you talked about your mom and dad and that had a great story. Something like that.
Yeah, wow.
What song do you sing to your wife? See? Should have the drum, the drum thing.
I actually, I don't necessarily have to do it on the guitar. Maybe do it a cappella. But I did when my wife and I were dating, we would go down to Mi Tierra. That was our first date. And
straight tourist, Mi Tierra.
And I was, it was beautiful and very beautiful setting, and
it hasn't changed. I don't know if it's the same.
And I wanted to impress her, and so the mariachis, they come around and ¿quiere que toquen una canción? No. I said no. And this time though, they came around. I said, yeah, I want to play us a song, and I slipped them a little bit more. I want to sing with you all. And they let me sing a song, and it's called Mi Tesoro by Cornelio Reina. And so I'm going to do it a cappella, if that's all right.
You can do it. So does that mean you don't need to? You can just do it like that.
I'll just do it. And
that's what I'm talking about right there. Like, see, I don't need no music bump. I don't need shit. Just give me the microphone, and I'll go. So Ladies and gentlemen, if you just joined us late and you're saying, man, who's this guy with bumper? This is Mr. Cris Medina, man. I promise you, this is not going to be the last time you hear his name. If the other Tejano artists were digging your music, that means your music is good.
Well,
You know what I mean? Because I'm not going to lie. There's sometimes I play songs and nobody comments, nobody says shit. And I'm just like, hey, cool. Thank you for sending the song. You know what I'm saying? But for them to ask, hey, play it one more time, that means you got something going, man. So my guest is gonna go a cappella right now just for you. So first of all, before you sing, I wanna toast to you. I want to toast to your service. Thank you for not only serving our country, dude, but serving your community, bro. Being a prime example of what we want our Chicanos to be, what we want our people to be. We want our kids to grow up and serve like that. You know what I'm saying? I find it just commendable, dude. Like I'm not blowing smoke up your butt. Like I literally am so proud that you did that. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, serving your country's one, but being a San Antonio councilman, like that's badass, bro.
Well, I appreciate it so much.
And here's to you, bro, and here's to your big musical family background.
Thank you so much, and to you, Bumper, and what for all you do, honestly, to advocate and your platform that you're doing some amazing things, and I am equally proud, if not more so, because you're showing that La Onda is alive and well, and you're advocating and you're doing so much for all those new artists out there. And
I'm trying, bro.
Yeah, you're doing an amazing job. So
thank you, man. I appreciate it. Hell yeah. I'll drink another one. I shouldn't have drank earlier, but I'll take another one too. So here he is, Cris Medina, a cappella.
A cappella, we're going to do a little. Nada me importa lo que me digan, de todo me olvido. Cuando no miro tus lindos ojos, es un martirio. Si tú supieras cuando te tengo entre mis brazos, mucho disfruto de tus caricias y tus encantos. Nada me importa lo que me digan, si yo te quiero, si yo te adoro. Cuando no miro que tú eres mi tesoro. Eso.
Son of a gun, boy. Wow. Hey, Cris, you can find him at Mi Tierra. He'll be floating around your table. Make sure you tip him. Everything's coming around. Hey,
it's been a long time with that one, but man, that one is a good song.
That's a good song. Yeah. You know what? People always ask me, Bump, what's your favorite mariachi song? My favorite mariachi song. This is what I like to say about the song. My favorite mariachi song is a song that I first heard as a Tejano song.
Oh.
And it was my Tío Juan. Shout out to my Tío Juan Cano there in Bevo, Texas. I remember he would drink the mofles. You know what a mofle is?
I've heard of it.
Mofle is the tall boys. It look like a muffler, right? The paper bag. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. And I remember we would sit in his truck or his car, and he would be drinking the mofle, and he'd play it, and it was a mas song. It was La Diferencia.
Oh my God, yeah.
And a lot of people don't realize that the name of that song, La Diferencia. You know, usually when you get a title of a song, you'll hear it more than once. Yeah. The title, right, of what they'll say it more than once. Okay, and in the song La Diferencia, it's only said one time. The word La Diferencia is only said one time. So, it just brings back the nostalgia of sitting there watching him drink a beer and, maybe him giving me a drink or whatever. But, and then I heard it at Tejano, right? When I heard Vicente sing it in mariachi, I was just like, wow. Like I love them both. I love them both versions, but it's just my all-time favorite, song just for what it says.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? For what it says. Just some great words, man.
I love that song.
She's like, Lonila's like, Cris melts my heart. Don't know all the words, but it sounded lovely. Hey, you know what? That is who we are for real. Like, there's so many today. For instance, today, man. Early this morning, my heart was just shout out to all my family in Florida. To my prima Lisa Flores. Today, she posted where she hid around the corner. Right, she was filming. She was live, not live. She was just recording her daughter, who was 24, 25, maybe 24, 25. I put I. And you know they are their kids. They listen to more rap than anything, right?
Yeah.
But I remember my cousin Lisa. She loves Yolanda Del Rio. You know Yolanda Del Rio. You never heard of her?
No.
Oh, bro.
Wow.
If you've never heard of Yolanda Del Rio, when you drive home tonight, put on Yolanda Del Rio. Bro, she will have you in your feelings. Like in a snap. Wow. She's just, her voice is so powerful. Well, I remember her always singing. Like, she would drink and she would sing, put on Yolanda Del Rio. Like, man, we're jamming you. Put you, I don't want to get all sad. Put on Yolanda. So she would always play, we'd play it. So where I was going with it is that she recorded her daughter, like, from around the corner, you know, just singing. And her daughter was singing at the top of her lungs, bro. Like, word for word. And I told her, you know what? People found it funny. Like, oh, she's going to kill you for doing this, whatever. I said, you know what? This made my day because this is what we strive for, right? Like, you might not think you're getting through to your kids, that they're not following you. They're not watching you. They don't listen to what you listen to, right? Because maybe you don't see them doing it. Yeah. But when you catch them like that, let you know you're doing something right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So that made my heart smile. So shout out to everybody there in Florida, man. So that's where the drinking started, bum. My tios, man, nah. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, they would give us some beer all the time. You know, it didn't help. My dad worked for Budweiser for 36 and a half years, but you know, it's all good. Cris, where do you see yourself in a year from now, bro?
Yeah, that's a great question. But I would not be truthful if I didn't say, man, I want to be. I don't just want to do one song. I want to give it a go. I
want to be gigging
I love La Onda. You know, I think that there's just a lot of great talent out there. I want to do my part to be a part of it, but also do my part to promote others. I mean, there was a post on Facebook the other day about representation for our Latina Tejano artists. You know, hey, why aren't they on the big shows? And I comment, hey, we need better representation of our Latina talent.
Hands down.
And
And again, you're like me. We're not knocking the male artists.
Not
like
at all.
If a venue's putting on an event, like, we're not here saying, "Hey, bro, take this." No, that's not what we're saying. All we're saying is that we got to find a way, man. Because let me tell you, there is a shitload of Tejana artists out there right now. There's a lot of them.
There are,
and they have great music.
Yep.
Now, it wouldn't be Wacky Wednesday without me talking. I say fly on the wall, right? I'm going to give you the other side of it, right? Mm-hmm. If you're a Tejana artist and you're out there pushing your music, great. I'm all for it. You do need to be playing. You do need to be out there like anybody else, right? But here's the catch. If I make a phone call and say, hey, I need you to come play, you know what a lot of them will tell you? I don't have a band. Mm. You know what I mean? I put out this song. I went to the studio. You know what I'm saying? And so there's kind of a give and take. But, you know, that put to the side, they're getting them together. They're coming. So to the men, like, hey, these women they're not going out without a fight. I promise you. Like, there is so many beautiful songs that are coming out in the Tejana genre that females are putting out that you got to listen to, man. You got to listen to. You got to be open to it. And you're absolutely right, man. And advocating is what we're doing.
Yeah.
You know, again, we're not knocking the existing bands and, you know, saying you shouldn't be on the lineup. No, that's not what we're saying. We're just saying that we just think there needs to be a better representation of the females, because we have badass females in our genre. You know what I mean? But to the females, get your shit together, get your bands ready. So when they do call, you ready to stand on 2 feet. You're not standing on your one toe and standing on your pinky toe saying, "Yeah, I got these 3 songs, but give me a month. I gotta put my band." No, you gotta be. Let's go. You gotta put your band together. So, I'll leave it at that. Chris, so in a year you want to be gigging. You want to be. I'm gonna throw you a wacky Wednesday question. Is the band just gonna be Chris Medina? Oh, no shit. I was thinking now, like, I don't know. Or what are we going to have?
I'll leave it up to the guys. I mean, a lot of them are just a phone call away. I mean, say, hey, call me when you're ready to go, full force, or you got a slate of gigs or something. But it'll be for sure Chris Medina, but I'm open. I mean, to the band. Back in the day, I had my band. It was Chris Medina and Grupo Encino. And
bring them back, dog. Bring them, resurrect them.
So my brother plays drums, and of course my family's big. We got a lot of musicians in the family, so I've never worried about who I'm going to bring on musically. But yeah, I want to make it worth their while as well. And,
right.
And, so we've got the spring and summertime to do that, but I want to put out some great music, and I think we're putting we've got a good plan together that we're going to follow. That's
badass, man. I'm ready to see you out there. Like I'm ready to see you out on the. I'd pay money. I'll tell you that right now. I would pay money. If you put the effort you put into this song, into the album, that's just gonna be a badass album, bro. I'm looking forward to getting my. Matter of fact, I didn't get no email. If you wanted to play.
Yeah, let me.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Send it to me. See, you guys gonna get a little bit taste of Frito Pie Friday. You're gonna get it on some Wacky Wednesday, right? While he's sending me the music, I want to give some shout out. Shout out to Mike Bueno. What's up, Mike Bueno, man? Always watching the show. What's up, Mike? Hope you're doing well. Ozzy Zavala, you should do a festival or show at a club that showcase nothing but new artists. That's a great idea, Ozzy. What do we call it? Frito Pie Fest or what? Frito Pie Friday Fest? What do you want to call it, Ozzy? Give me a name. Time to hit Summerfest in Milwaukee for sure.
Oh, sweet. Yeah.
I heard
about that one.
So I'll be in Milwaukee this year.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Bumpers Wacky Wednesday will be in Milwaukee. It'll be Wacky Weekend. It won't be Wacky Wednesday, that's for sure. So I'm definitely going to be out there. I can't wait to go out there and check it out. This last year I saw videos and I was scratching my head, bro. Like I could not believe that there was that many Mexicanos or Chicanos in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, dude. Yep. You know what I'm saying? And they were outdoing us. I tell the people in San Antonio, we're so damn spoiled, bro. We're so spoiled, dude. It's crazy.
They love it up there, yeah.
So, yeah, Bump, let's do it. Let's go. I'm going. I'm gonna be there, and I do want to work on that. Here's the thing, though. You bring these if you do that with new artists, the money's not going to be big, but hey, we could put a shitload of artists together and promote the hell out of it. I would love to be part of something like that. You know what I mean? Take it Bump Fest. Hey, don't call it Bump Fest, bro. You're going to have some people in there doing some shit they ain't supposed to be doing. Did you send it over?
I'm sending it right now.
Okay.
Gunny, right?
Yeah, GunnyGomez@gmail.com. Hey, if you guys have if you know any artists out there, new artists, you got cousins, friends, your neighbor thinks he's going to be the next Jimmy Gonzalez, hey, send me the music, man. Email it to GunnyGomez@gmail.com. Every other Friday, it just depends of what I got going on. I'm trying to do at least 2 a month.
Frito Pie Fridays, and we're just showcasing new music. It might be music you heard the last Friday before, the Friday before, but hey, it's what I have in my email, and I love sharing it with people. As Chris said, you know, he watched it last Friday, and I say the same thing, not because it was my show, but every song I played was fucking badass. You know what I mean? It was good. So Milwaukee, 2.5 hours from Chicago. Great festival. Mike, you gonna be there? Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Let me see.
I sent 2 over. So one's both originals. One's a kind of a fun cumbia. It's a little different, but I think it'll be fun. And then it's the other one's a country song that my son and we wrote, and we're calling it Tejano Country.
All right. Well, I don't know which one this one is, but this one's we're gonna play it right here.
Awesome.
Is that it?
That's it. That's the cumbia.
Cris Medina. You're hearing it here first.
First, yeah. Unreleased.
Shout out to Arizona.
Yo me fui a la taquería a comerme 2 tortas de la mesera con falda corta. Se admiraba tan guaposa que hasta el hambre me quitó. Entonces yo le dije, dame las to go, dame las to go, dame las to go. Le dije a la mesera, dame las to go, dame las to go.
I was about to say the same thing, dude.
Le dije a la mesera,
My dad and I, we wrote this.
las to go.
Niggy Sneak.
Me escapé en la cuarentena, yo me fui a la cantina a tomarme una cerveza con la mesera tan bonita. Se admiraba tan guaposa, yo aún enamorado. Entonces yo le dije, dame las to go, dame las to go, dame las to go. Le
Definitely a Nick
dije a la
Villar feel
mesera,
to it. Hell yeah.
dame las to go, dame las to go, dame las to go. Le dije a la mesera, dame las to go. Alright.
Badass beat. Badass gonna be beat to that.
Yeah, they tore it up when they
That's not a good one to say. Somebody put Dame las nalgas.
Dame las to go, dame las to go. Le dije a la mesera, dame las to go, dame las to go, dame las to go. Le dije a la mesera, dame las to go, dame las to go, dame las to go. Le dije a la mesera, dame las to go. Hey!
Hell yeah, it's Cris Medina. Dame las to go. It's not out yet. So don't be screen recording our stuff, dude. Don't be playing back tomorrow screen record so you can play it in your car. That was one of them. We're gonna play the other one. Let's see. How come that one doesn't do it like that? Hold on. It has one of them, but it doesn't have the. Let's see. Oh my God! Are you serious?
Let me.
I got you. We got it. Bear with us, guys. Bear with us. We're gonna get it right here. So it just has that song on there in that one. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Let me. I think I can put it in that link again.
So, guys, we're here with Chris Medina, and we're trying to play his new music that is not out yet. We got that one, Dame Las to Go. That was a pretty, I like that, dude. I like that. Can you tell your viewers to tune in to Lucky J show at 7? Los Chamacos and Randy and Lucy will be there live. Sure. Tune in. When? Tomorrow? Tune into Lucky J show at 7. When, Lucy? Mañana? Let me know when. I'll sure tell people to.
Right here.
You sent it?
Yeah.
All right. It's the country one, right?
This is the country.
So is Chris Medina the country one? I know that's a lie. Yep. All right, here we go.
She said this ain't worth it, and I know that I ain't perfect, but if I could go back now and looking right into her eyes, 'cause it's tearing me up now, the thought of losing you. Said you don't love me. I know that's a lie.
You wrote this song?
Yeah.
I know that's a lie. Just by looking in your eyes, what you said to me, I know you don't mean. I know you've been hurt, but this I know I'm certain that I don't want to be the cause of your
I like this song, bro.
When you say you never loved and you're better off without it, I know that's a lie.
I get to play this in my car tomorrow. Hell yeah. Chris, you did a badass job on that song right there, man. And is it mastered already or no?
It's just right
She
before
said
master.
this ain't worth it,
So we got a little more tweaking to go.
and I know that I ain't perfect.
Okay.
If I could go back now and looking right into her eyes, 'cause it's tearing me up now, the thought of losing you. You said you don't love me. I know that's a lie. I know that's a lie.
Hell yeah.
Just by looking in your eyes, what you said to me, I know you don't mean it. I know you've been hurt, but this I know I'm certain that I don't want to be the cause of your pain and misery. When you say you never loved and you're better off without me, I know that's a lie.
Wow.
When you say you never loved and you're better off without me, I know that's a lie.
Dude, that is a badass song, dude.
Thanks so much.
Oh my goodness, bro. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That was a nice song right there, man. So if you guys have just popped in, just came across your feed, man, I'm here with Chris Medina. That was Chris Medina's song right there. Somebody said my new alter ego. Oh man. So you're getting a lot of good feedback, man. Everybody's digging that song, man. Saludos to my buddy Isidro. I hope you're feeling better, brother.
out there in brush country somewhere out there near Alice, Texas. Somewhere out there. Shout out to my buddy Isidro. Dude, shout out to everybody that just tuning in. If you, again, this is your first time watching, if you fell on Chris's feed and you came across the show, we do this every single Wednesday at 7:30. Next week on the show, I have Rebecca Valadez.
Oh, nice.
And if you don't know who that is, you better get your drinks ready, put your seatbelt on, tighten that shit as tight as you can because your stomach's gonna hurt. She is just hilarious. I'm talking about from the minute she comes on the air, I promise you're gonna just be laughing. But not only that, she is an amazing vocalist. I mean, she sang with Janet Jackson, bro.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? She sang with Grupo Más. And now she's doing her own thing. So, I can't wait to have her on the show. And if it works out correctly, we could have I think maybe 2 interviews next Wednesday. And the second one I'm going to leave as a surprise. I'm hoping it works out. We'll check it out. But shout out to my mom. Before she says I didn't give her a shout out, Mom, you missed a great song. If you're just popping in on the show, I have them. I'm gonna be jamming them in my car. Is that all right?
Oh yeah.
If I pull in the HEB and people come up like, hey, who is that? Can't tell you, bro. You gotta wait. So when can we see the album, Chris?
Yeah, we're just about done. I was actually supposed to cut some vocals tonight, but I said no, we're gonna.
He's here on Wacky Wednesday, bro.
Tonight, so we're gonna try and shoot for next week, and then we'll have the first part of the album done. And
whatever you release next single, make sure I get it for Frito Pie Friday.
Oh, absolutely.
And I would love to play it because he said, hell yeah, you said drinks. Great singer, bro. Everybody on here is just giving you nothing but kudos, man. I'm giving you nothing but kudos. I want to, 1, thank you for coming on the show. 2, I want to thank you for your service. And again, 3, man, for the people watching, this is what being Chicano is all about right here. Like literally, like I don't know if you want to be labeled like that, but I'm going to label you because you're on my show. I'm going to label you. This is what we want. We want to be ready. This guy is representing us all the way through in the military, in politics, in music. His love for country's there. You just heard his country songs, amazing. But he knows his roots are Tejano, and he's not letting it go. And you know what? I honestly believe, Chris, that is a new form of albums. That what you're doing, more people should do, because I know there's a lot of Tejano artists that love country music, but they don't do it because they're like, nobody's gonna buy it, or Tejanos, they don't like country. What did you start seeing radio stations do? Radio stations started playing, throwing a country song in there because we like both. We like both genres of music.
We sure do.
So I'm looking forward to an album having country and Tejano on it. I think that's going to be cool as hell.
It's coming. Yeah, no, absolutely. And it would be absolutely just fantastic and to share it with you all and your audience. That would be awesome.
And again, man, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for, coming out and hanging out with me for a couple of hours. I'm sure you could be doing a million different things. You work for the same the same guy I work for. We have long days. Some days are longer than others, but we love what we do. I love bringing you new music. I love bringing you the artists of existing artists, new artists, and just for you guys to get a little understanding of who they are, where they come from, something different, something other than music. Of course, we love for them to play music and do acoustic stuff. I love that. It's a great part of my show. A lot of people watch for that reason. But again, I really just like to get the viewer to know you a little bit more. So now when you go look up Chris Medina and be like, hey, that vato he was a council member in San Antonio, bro. You can talk, dude, when you tell people, I always carry conversations like that, Chris, all the time.
people like, hey, did you know that this guy did this? What? No, he didn't. Google's your best friend, right? Wow, I didn't know that, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's cool, man. It's a great conversation starter for sure, man. Bump, if you got time to play one of Rebecca's songs, if you got time, thank you for your show, DJ Kid. Oh, I'm not playing other on Fridays. On Fridays, Florencio, I play. I do the Frito Pie Fridays. I don't really play other music, man. But peace out to you, young man, for your future and YouTube bumper. Hey, hey, bro. See how she made that sound? I'm gonna read it again. Peace out, man. To the young man for your future and YouTube bumper. Damn, I thought you're young and I'm awful ching. But no, Chris, thank you guys. Thank you so much, man. I'll give you a few seconds. You want to say any shout outs or anybody to any thank you to anybody? Now's your chance.
A toda la gente pública, thank you so much for catching Bumper show tonight. And thank you, Bumper, for having me. I really, really appreciate it so much from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. To all the listeners and La Onda Tejana, you know, the music's for you all, and it's so heartwarming to be able to share the music that we've created with you all. So thank you so much for having me. And,
yes, sir.
Saludos a todos, everybody that's online and listening, and thank you for supporting La Onda Tejana.
Hey, Chris, and I'm gonna throw this open invitation to you, man. Whenever you see me post a Frito Pie Friday, like, Bump, you don't got nobody on Frito Pie Friday, come hang out with me, dude. Right? Yeah. Come hang out with me, and we can talk about what we just heard. I love having guests on Frito Pie Friday. It's hard doing a show by yourself, bro. Because it's like you play music and you're staring at it like, hey, how y'all doing? I'm going to play this song. You know what I mean? At least when you have somebody, you can have a little conversation about the song or whatever. But that would be open awesome. Invitation to you whenever you want to stop by for Frito Pie Friday. So we're going to end the show with this single that he has right now. And you can download it right now. Like it's right here. Chris Medina. It's right off my Apple Music. Here it is. The name of the song is called Soñar Contigo. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful rest of the week. If you're in the San Antonio, remember, there's plenty of things to do this weekend. Plenty of things to do. Make sure you're going out. You're supporting your artist however you can. Pay the money, man. They got to pay bills too. So pay the money. Get out there and support them wherever you can. I think if I can pull it off, I had the Solis brothers here. The kids, they're playing at Thirsty Horse tonight. Okay. It's one of their first big gigs, like in a big thing. So I think I'm going to go and hang out with them for a little bit, give them a little bit of support. So again, you guys have a wonderful, wonderful week. Thank you for everybody tuning in. I really, really appreciate it. We're going to end the show with Soñar Contigo, Mr. Chris Medina. Hell yeah, Lucy.
Soñar con tu cariño, bendito Dios que te puso en mi camino. En mi alma siento la paz y estás conmigo, porque adorarte ha sido mi destino. En ti mi vida, no más en ti mi vida, está sufriendo.
Thank you, Tony.
Bendito Dios que al fin me ha concedido darme la dicha de amarte con fervor.
Chris Medina,
Soñar Contigo. Make sure you download it. Soñar Contigo, Albert. Soñar Contigo.
Pero ay, qué lindo es tener un amorcito para quererlo como te quiero yo. Bendito Dios que al fin me ha concedido darme la dicha de amarte con amor. I love that part right there.
Bumpers Wacky Wednesday, another episode of the book. We'll see y'all next week. Y'all have a wonderful week. Wacky Wednesday out.